Hello y'all and welcome. So I went to the Swedish Master Tournament this weekend, and the reason I didn't do any battle reports for that is because I figured that time would be an issue and I did not wanna slow any player down by me taking pictures so that we wouldn't be able to finish a game. But well, I don't think that would have been the issue, because all of my 5 games we were done in reasonably good time, except for one, but there we have at least 15 minutes remaining until the game we're supposed to end. So anyway, let's jump into my game. So I went with my Saurian Ancient list. You have probably seen it for like the 5 last game. I actually to summarize it short, I have a big Saurian warrior block and a unit of Caiman who hit hard with halberds. And what makes this list so brutal is I got a Thyroscutus who gives poison. I got jungle swarms who gives poison, and in combination with that I got a poison 5-up. Then I can boost my unit with another poison spell from the Thyroscutus, which would give them poison on 4-up. With the Stygiosaur I can give one unit hatred, which means I'm hitting on 4s in most cases, with reroll and poison strength 4 armor piercing 1 on my Saurian block, which is really good. And my Caiman is a hard hitting unit with let's see, 22 attacks. There are 7 of them, which is also good, which I would love to combine with my other Thyroscutus, the laser cannon version, to give them weapon skill 4. So that was my whole plan for this tournament. I started off game 1 against Highborn Elf. I will have every one of my opponent's list and my own in the description below. And basically I think I did a pretty good game, but one turn I forgot. So I think this was in turn 3. He have a bunker of Silverham with 2 chariots in it. In the chariot here I've got like 1 Lord and 1 BSB, and he get off a flank charge into my Saurian warrior unit, who have reformed into ranks, by the way, of 5 instead of the horde of 8 I usually do. So anyway, he hit the flank of them, broke them, and pretty much there the game was lost. We played Holy Center Line objective, so I managed to score 3 scenario points by moving in the last turn with my Caiman. So none of us did get the objective, but it was anyway a 16-4 loss for the Saurian Ancient, so it wasn't a very good start for me. In game 2 I faced off the Infernal Dwarves, and this game went much better. We had the breakthrough scenario, and basically what happened is I got have a big Infernal Dwarf monster. All know what I mean, but I don't know the name of it. The one that killed everything, and a Dwarf Lord riding on the bull with the hammer of Ankhs and the amulet to give everything flaming, so tough as nail. But he didn't really manage to get those 2 hard-hitting units into anything of importance. He did manage to get his Lord into my depleted unit of Caiman after they have broken a unit of unbreakable dwarfs. I did get my Saurian warrior block into his big infernal dwarf warrior unit with his both his BSB and his mage in it, and then I could just push my Saurian warrior block forward, pushing through whatever he got. He got a train, which I killed pretty easily because of poison, and into his artillery line with 1 cannon and the machine gun version. So I scored full point for the objective because he couldn't get any scoring unit into my deployment zone, and I got my Saurian warrior into his. So I think it was a 17-3 victory for this Saurian Ancient. Then for the final game of first day I was facing off the greenskin. Actually, I have placed the player before. I will have a link to that game. He had a different list a bit. His main point was he had two big blocks, one with Edbashers, what are they called? The Neanderthal orcs was first edition of it, the name, but I don't remember the new version of their name, and a troll unit. But anyway, I managed to get a comet down on in his deployment zone, blowing up his splatter and his shaft unit and a lot more, wounding one of his two gargantulas. The other gargantula got into my Saurian warrior unit, and since I got poisoned I could easily kill that, and my Saurian warrior unit push into his Neander Orc Edbashers, and I got my full buffs to it. I got poison on 4-up, I got the hatred, and I also got actually reroll to wound as well, because I got stars align on that unit, so I just run through that unit. A combat which he were supposed to do better was his troll, and one of the gargantula charges my Caiman. He whiffed pretty badly. I did some damage to his troll. His gargantula ran off the board, and then my Caiman grind down his troll, and basically I could take care of the rest of his army in turn 5. So it's a 20-0 victory for the Saurian Ancient. So in day 2 I have 41 points. I was in 11th place overall, so I was pretty happy, but also pretty worried about my matching later next day. And well, it so happened I faced off another orc and goblin player, and this guy actually got the 3rd place in the whole tournament. But basically it all started with his gargantula getting a very long charge into my shaft unit, and he could basically take care of all my shaft units early on in the game. And we had the secondary objective that you should hold 2 objective marker. He marched forward with his black orcs and the boar boys to one of them, and his Edbasher units to the other one, and I couldn't really do anything about it. He did manage to kill off the Caiman by making all of his units. You have like the boar boys, the Edbashers, and the one gargantula surround them, and he got off a rear with the boar boys and a front with the gargantula, and he managed to break them and run them down. I didn't manage to do much during this game. He got full point for the objective. I think it was down to an 18-2 to his favor, so a big loss for me, unfortunately. And final game, now I'm at 43 points. If I do a big victory next game, I could really get high up, but unfortunately I think I got the worst matchup I could possibly get, because I'm facing off a Dwarvenhold player with a lot of shaft, and he got 2 organ gun with +1 to wound, so it's strength 5 +1 to wound, so that will pretty much kill off my big dinosaurs. He got a flame cannon that could pretty much kill off my Caimans, and with the rest of his shooting, you can see that his list is shooting very brutal. He will probably kill my Saurian warriors, sorry. So that's why I cowardly hide behind a hill, throwing comets at him. And in the end, I actually won by victory points. A little bit, I think I won by 135. But he scored full point for the objective, because in the last turn he was managed to push up one, what's they called, Vengeance Seeker in front of my Caiman, so I couldn't march and take off the objective, unfortunately. So it ended up being, let's see now, I don't know, I think I got 8-12 to his favor. So in the end I ended up 51 points, plus 500 victory points, so I'm pretty pleased with how I played. Some mistake, but you can not really get away with playing a perfect game, I think. Not in my case at least, because it's early in the morning. But anyway, it was very fun games, and I really like my list, and my opponents were very nice, all 5 of them. I don't think I have, during my whole time, I haven't faced a bad opponent during in the whole Swedish tournament scene ever, so all of them nice guys. And yeah, that's it. If you have any question, please post them below and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. Feel free to like and start subscribing if you haven't already. And that's it. Have a nice one.